Hey YouTube, welcome to BrickCO. In today's video, I'm going to take another look at the mountain. In some of my previous videos, I talked about revisiting this area and continuing to expand the mountain upwards and off to the right here. So in today's video, we're going to start that process. It's going to be a couple of part video. It's such a big task to tackle that I'm not going to be able to get it done in one video. So for today's video, I'm going to try to get the foundation built. Meaning continue to expand up the framework that goes underneath and add the 16 by 16 plates that make up the top surface. And then I will also get the train track finished in there, supported and all at the same level. It is just going to go straight from or through the tunnel for right now. Eventually, if we expand the table again, maybe I'll be able to have that connect somewhere else with the track, but for now it's just going to go straight into the tunnel and dead end. And then I'm also going to play with some of the ideas that I have for the wall on the outside of the table. We'll kind of get a better idea of that when I've got it on the workbench. Speaking of that, one of the reasons that I have my town built on Mills plates or modified Mills plates is so that I'm able to pull it out of the town and put it on my workbench. So I can actually pull the section that I'm going to work on today out. It's on two 48 by 48 base plates that are connected together, and put it on the workbench so that I can access all the sides of it easier and I don't have to reach over a bunch of other stuff to do what I'm doing. So with that said, I'm going to pull it out of the town and put it on the workbench, and we'll kind of revisit what I'm doing and take a better look at the work that we're going to get done today. I've got that section out of the town and on the bench. It is turned like 180 degrees from the way it would normally sit in the town. That gray wall that you see in the front is actually the wall that sits right on the edge of the table. I'm going to continue to build that up just so that there's a nice flush wall and you don't see all of the structure underneath the mountain. There are some openings in there, and you can kind of see some rails that are poking out through one of those openings. And then obviously the Bricklink Designer Program Gold Mine Expedition sitting behind it. So my plan is to continue to build up the mountain, get the structure built, and then leave enough space at the top to where I can put the Gold Mine Expedition set at the top, and then have a mine shaft actually coming down through the wall. So you'll kind of see like a cross section of the mine shaft coming down through that wall and then intersecting with the track that's going underneath the train track. The way I'm going to build that structure is the same way that I built the structure in the rest of the mountain. It's going to be utilizing these little tower brace structure pieces. I'm going to stack those on top of each other to build up the height. These are 10 bricks tall. So the mountain, the structure of the mountain, the frame of the mountain, underneath at the highest point is going to be 4 of these tall. So it'll be 40 bricks tall for that for that main structure. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started on modifying the train track, getting it solidified in place, and then putting some of the structure in place. And then we'll take another look at the wall and modifying that to start incorporating the mine shaft that's going to be going up. Just a quick update, I do have the train track in place now. As you can see, it's a pretty skeletonized support structure. It doesn't need to be super strong. It doesn't need to look nice. You really shouldn't ever see it in the tunnel unless you're really looking in there. It's going to be pretty dark once the whole tunnel is enclosed, and only the side facing the wall is going to be open. So hopefully you won't be able to see it too well. So I just needed a basic support structure in there. I did leave the 2 tiles right here. The way the train track actually lays out, there are 2 studs of track that hang over onto this base plate. So these tiles here will allow me to connect and disconnect this piece of track easier without having to undo studs, pull studs off, that kind of stuff. And then on the left-hand side, I am utilizing the buffer stop from the vintage steam train. I don't see anywhere else in my town that I would use that specific style buffer. So I'm going to use it as a stop inside the tunnel so that I don't have trains going off the end if I go too far in there. I'm going to keep working on building up the structure now, utilizing these support pieces and some other bricks and stuff like that. And I'll bring you back in once I've got that done. Coming back in for another update. As you can see, I've got a lot of the structure in place. It is pretty tall and pretty wobbly. I don't have all of the plates pushed down yet. I wanted to take a minute and show you what I'm doing on the underside of these 16 by 16 plates. So I've got the 16 by 16 Technic panels that come in a lot of the art sets. Those are all Technic pinned together, and then the plates are stuck to those. The reason I have to do that is the track is actually spaced away from the side to where the support would come in and just be right next to the track, so the trains couldn't actually get by it. So I've got to have a larger gap there to make sure that the trains can get by. So I am spanning that gap with the 16 by 16 Technic panels to give it some extra structure underneath, and then I'll have some additional support like this one in the middle, and then I've still got to add a little bit extra support to this section as well. There's two of those Technic panels underneath there. So I'm going to go ahead and add that support, and then I'm going to turn this around and we'll take a look at where the mine tracks can come through, where it would make sense with the mine set that's going to sit on top, and try to rearrange the wall a little bit. I've got the whole section turned around. I did push down all of the plates. As you can see, it's not that structural yet. The intention is that the gray wall will come up and meet these plates and support them all along the outer edge. That's why these temporary supports are pushed back by one stud, so that I can get that wall in there and then have the support while I'm building it. But I've got the supports underneath. That should be sufficient, hopefully. If I need to add some extra supports in there to support the weight of that large set, is the only thing that I'm concerned about. I can certainly do that. I've got the space underneath to add in some more supports, and then these panels should be strong enough to support that with that extra bracing. So the next step is to start working on this outer wall, get the mine shaft laid out where it's going to go, and get the tracks underneath or in the mountain figured out. But that's going to have to be in the next video. So if you want to keep following along, please consider subscribing. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. But above all else, have fun building. We'll see you in the next one.